We started seeing ex-felons, people with records coming in looking for jobs. We weren't really able to help them a lot. We got together with our director and floated some ideas around, and we did research and came up with the idea of doing a program specifically for this population.
Since I have a background in doing workshops, I took all the tools and resources that I had and came up with a proposal for KickStart, which was a 5-day workshop based on the premise that ex-offenders are not self-starters. The whole history behind the incarceration process strips away not only their identity, but their self-control and their will. And so what my goal was to motivate them to recover some of that willpower, to improve their self-esteem and their attitude, but at the same time helping them to understand how their attitude affects the perceptions that other people, namely employers, have around them.
The interaction between the instructors is a huge, huge part of it.
I use motivational quotes, I switch teaching methods throughout the workshop, I try to make it funny, I always incorporate them.
You have to have someone that believes in the program and really wants to help and sees their potential.
And I really have a passion for teaching. I use a lot of stories and get people to talk about themselves. The participants in many occasions will come in feeling depressed, they'll be quiet. Some of them won't want to talk at all. They may be from rival gang members, which has happened in the past. And by the 3rd or 4th day, they usually seem to find a way to open up in ways that they never had. Most people react to what's going on in their lives rather than controlling how they feel. I try to get them to understand how you can change your destiny by changing your attitude.
I mean, I don't need the negativity. Positive people are more than welcome. I do feel more confident in myself and for the jobs that I'm applying for. This program has helped me to choose and pick people who are around me.
One of the biggest things about this is they generally come in feeling really bad. You know, they've just gotten out of prison, or they've just gotten released, and they're not feeling good about themselves. And as everyone knows, the job market is really hard right now. So why would an employer hire someone that's a felon versus someone that's not? And I can honestly say by the time they leave here that they are feeling much better about themselves, much more confident.
They made me think of somebody special, not just that criminal person. It's helped me in a lot of different ways. My way of living, my way of thinking, my attitude, and my personality, especially my personality, how to communicate with people.
They talk about how you are with your family and friends, how to get away from the negativity, what positive brings to you, and you being positive, what it brings other people around you, and you just keep growing.
The number of people that have been through, because this is a monthly program, we have anywhere from 7 to 15 a month. Of the people that we saw that came through that did KickStart, we probably had 25 to 35% get jobs.
Yeah, I'm 42 years old. Never in my life I filled out an application. Didn't know how, didn't know where to start.
It takes more than just an application to get a job. You really have to know how to connect with people.
They have to take the first step. You know, once we get them in the door, we do everything we do to try to keep them and get them to come back. And we have a clothes closet, and we've gone so far as to get shirts and neckties out for the guys and show them how to tie a necktie. And they'll take it home with them, and Friday morning is when we do the mock interviews, and they'll come in with shirt and necktie on.
I've learned a lot, and I've used a lot of the tools they give you, and I've done the interviews with different companies, and it made me think different about life.
We put someone to work. You have an employer that is happy, that will probably come back to the one stop for another employee, maybe not one of ours, but someone else that needs a job. So we're helping on that. We're helping keep them out of jail. We're helping family life, and to me that's a huge part of it. If we can help them feel better about themselves and they can get back with their family, I mean, that not only affects the bottom line financially, but it affects their quality of life and everyone in their life. And I think that's as big a part of it as the financial part.
They got great staff here. I mean, they do understand where you come from.
If you leave your house with a real not good attitude, you come to it just brightens you up. But I appreciate everything they've done for me.
And I'm thrilled to death to do what I do. I'm privileged.